What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's a good day today. Good day. Anyway, we're going to talk about these optics, micro red dot optics from Shield Sights called the RMSc. When I got these optics from Canik. When Canik released their Mete series of pistols, they some reason thought I was cool enough for a pre-release sample of their pistols. No idea why they thought I was that cool, but I'll take it. I'm honored. And in that kit came a Shield RMSc for each pistol. So I put just over 500 rounds on the SFX and just around 500 rounds on the SFT. So I have roughly 500 rounds through each of these RMSc optics, and I think that's kind of pretty good to do a review on. Let me quickly do my disclosure. Yes, I do work in the firearms industry. I have no connection to Shield Sights in any way, shape, or form, and there will be some affiliate links down in the video description. If you want to pick one of these up, hopefully, maybe, sort of, kind of, I can find you a good deal. God knows, right now in 2021, prices are crazy. All right, so what are these optics? These are micro optics. They're kind of similar to the, similar in size to the Holosun 507K, which I will do a comparison video. Kind of similar to the Trijicon RMRCC. That one's a little bit larger, but generally it's one of the micro optics. These are made from aluminum. Some of the other Shield sights were polymer body, but these are a metal body. One thing that is different is the lens is a plastic lens. It's a glass-filled polymer is what it is. Now Shield says on the website that the lens is 10 times stronger than a glass lens. I'm a little hesitant to agree or believe. If you saw our Sage Dynamics review on the full-size version of this, the RMS, it pretty much crumbled and broke after one drop. Dropped it shoulder height length like that, and it crumbled. So I don't know if they're going to be quite as durable and strong as a Holosun, for or definitely the Trijicon RMR CC, whatever model. But it is what it is. Before we continue, I also need to quickly thank the sponsor of today's video, and that's USCCA. If you're looking at an optic like this for concealed carry, home defense, self-defense, anything like that, I recommend you look into USCCA. They offer self-defense education, self-defense training, and self-defense insurance. If you want to learn more, click the link down in the video description, type in your email address, and see if USCCA is right for you. Moving right along, both of these red dots are auto adjustment only. There is no buttons to increase and decrease the brightness of the dot, which sounds great. That, oh, it's going to automatically adjust the brightness for me. I've never seen any brand, not just the Shield, where the auto adjustment feature works as well as I want it and as well as I would be comfortable enough to carry it. For example, if you're in a dark environment, you turn a white light on, the dot gets all messed up. If you're in the dark, shooting into the light, or kind of vice versa, the dot gets all messed up. If it's in your pants for a while and it senses dark and you take it right out, it doesn't quite adjust fast enough for my liking. So definitely one con there, in my opinion, that has auto adjusting. If you're not carrying this and you're just using it for the range, may not be as big of a deal for you. It does have a bottom battery compartment, so when the battery dies, you will have to take it off, put a new battery in, and then go ahead and confirm 0. The good thing about the battery situation is it does take a 2032, which is great because those are very, very popular, easy to get. And Shield says the battery life is 2 to 3 years. From what I read online, it's more like a year to 2, but that's really going to be dictated on with the auto adjusting and how you're using it and where you're using it. And obviously the darker it is and the more brighter the dot has to be, it's not going to last for quite as long. The windage and elevation adjustments are pretty standard. It takes a very small Allen key to adjust them. They are not tactile clicks, so as you move it, it just spins back and forth. So it's a little bit harder to adjust the windage and elevation because of that. If you look at the body here, there is no markings on the body on which way you're adjusting your windage and elevation. So hey, am I going up? Am I going down? Am I going left? Am I going right? Kind of strange. What Shield gives you is this small dial that I'll roll in a picture of here, and you put that on the Allen wrench, and that helps you know which way you're turning, left, right, up, down. So even all the complaining I'm doing on this windage and elevation adjustments, each one of them I got sighted in less than 10 rounds. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. As far as the dot size, they are available in a 4 MOA or an 8 MOA. The one thing I kind of didn't say very clearly earlier, that these are the glass-filled polymer versions of them. Now you can get them with a glass lens as well. It's more expensive, but I should have mentioned that a little while ago. It's available in the glass or the polymer lens. You can do either one. Dot clarity. There's something about these dots that are a little fuzzy to me in my eyes. It's not bad at all. It's just not a very, very super crisp dot. I had other people look at the dot and they did not see that. They was fine. I don't think I have astigmatism. Like when I look at the dot from a Trijicon or any of my Holosuns, it is a crisp, clear dot. I don't know if it's the refresh rate on these. I don't know if it's just my eyesight, because again, the several people I had looked through them said they looked fine. Some of those people were experienced with dots, some were not, but I noticed it. It's a little on the fuzzy side for my eyes, a little blown out. I don't know if the auto adjustment feature is making it too bright or if it's just my eyes, but I wanted to mention it. As far as the weight and the dimensions, I'll pull them up on the screen so you can see them, along with the MSRP. There's so many different options, the prices kind of range a little bit. As far as the testing that I did, again, 500 rounds through this one, around 500 rounds through the other Canic as well. I did a lot of drawing from a holster, ton of that because this kit came with a holster as well. A bunch of different range drills, shot a bunch of steel. As far as the optics specifically, I did rack the slide using the optic many times. Sometimes it was just with my hand, kind of like a karate chop. Sometimes off of the belt, sometimes off of the objects, off of the range, kind of be somewhat realistic. I'm not going to drop it from shoulder height length like Sage Dynamics does. That's his jam. He does the destructive testing. I was just trying to give it like a realistic testing where if you had a malfunction or something like that, your arms down, just to give it a one-handed rack the slide off something using the optic. And the optics held up really well. You know, I'll roll in some video of what they look up close up, and there's some scuffs and scratches and whatnot, but overall they held up very well. The lens did not break, didn't really have any issues with them. Through all of that testing, let's talk about the pros and the cons that I have for these red dots. The biggest pro is going to be that you can, most guns, you can co-witness your standard iron sights without having to get suppressor height sights. Something I didn't mention in the review yet, because these are so small and they sit so low, a lot of guns out there, you can co-witness your factory iron sights without having to get suppressor height sights, which is cool. Most optics do not do that. Battery life is pretty good as well. As far as cons, I am not a big fan of the auto adjustment feature. Again, I have never seen an auto adjustment feature on any red dot work as well as I would like them to work, whether it be Trijicon or Holosun, doesn't matter the brand. I don't use them on any of them because I just don't think they work as well as they should. Battery bottom compartment is kind of a bummer. Again, the battery lasts a year or two, which is pretty good, but you do have to take it off unlike some of its competition. For me, the dot is not clear. Again, I was the only one out of the 5 or 6 people I asked that saw that, but me and my eyes, it was not crystal clear. It was fine to shoot. I was super accurate with it, especially on this gun, but it was a little blown out for me. The polymer lens makes me a little nervous, and then I really wish the windage and elevation adjustments were a little more tactile. Again, being nitpicky on a lot of those things, especially the adjustments. I got both of these guns sighted in less than 10 rounds each, so the windage and elevation adjustments are not that big of a deal. Overall, I think if you're going to use this for range days and plinking and having fun at the range, sure, go for it. Nothing wrong with it. If you are going to trust your life to it, I recommend you go with the Trijicon or a Holosun. I have a lot more experience with those, and I know their reputation tends to be more durable and something that I am comfortable trusting my life to. Alright, that's about all I have for you. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments, let me know. Before you go, let me quickly actually thank Canic for sending me both of these pistols and the optics and the holsters and the lights and everything that went with it. For them to think I am a big enough channel and cool enough for pre-release is, I'm honored that they would include me in their pre-release. I think it's pretty awesome. Sponsor of today's video, USCCA. Again, the link is down in the video description. Type in your email address, see if it's right for you. These are the other 4 companies who support me with affiliate links, and their support is greatly appreciated. The discount code or the link is also down in the video description. My Patreon supporters, they are sensational as well. They paid for most of the ammo on this channel. The link is down in the video description. I was on 4 social media platforms, but I just got banned by TikTok, so now I am on Instagram, Facebook, and I'm on Parler, even though I kind of never do anything on Parler. But if you want to follow me on any of those platforms and know what I'm reviewing right now before the review comes out, the links are down in the video description. Last, And most important, let me thank you guys for watching. It's truly, truly appreciated. I greatly appreciate every like, comment, subscribe, bell notification. Anytime you guys shares, anytime you guys do any of that stuff, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I will see you next time. Peace!